welcome in. I'm not Toaster Bath. He's too busy tanking tonight, so it's me, Lucky. We'll be reffing this one out. We've got JWT and 101A facing off St. Marie Dumont over Pierre's Farm. It's going to be a good one. Let's go follow 101 in. They're going with a pretty forward approach to the point. One is the Allies, and JWT is Axis. Definitely just feeling each other out right now. It's like Batty, Weasel, and Claw trying to get that depression to hopefully get a view on one of these Shermans that are slowly creeping on up. There goes first shot. He's deep. He's hurting. Saved by the hedge. Get in there and get those reps off, buddy. Toaster Bath himself trying to get that kill off. Looks like we got a little bit of a roamer going on. Trying to get that flank secure. Getting reps off in Nutty's tank, trying to get him back into the fight at full capacity. Don't drive forward though, that'll hurt. There's that flanker taking a round. Second round does not make it. I would not want to be looking down that alley though. There's a couple big 75s that are wanting to make him meet his maker. It's a hit. Ricks it off though. Looks like he's trying to thread the needle back there. Second PZ is creeping up over to the right. Both Shermans that have engaged this PZ holding pretty tight. One in him. Recon plane going over. Good catch one. That'll be all it'll catch. MedShark is getting quite medical on that PZ to keep it alive. We got two almost on top of each other. And they're just cruising right on by. In these matches, it's definitely a game of inches. One Sherman goes down. PZ's hurting. His buddy's like, hey, I know you're there now. Uh-oh. Double reps. Looks like they're engaging closer to farm itself as well. PZ goes down. Crewman, good luck finding your legs, buddy. See who got that kill. Trading rounds, they're both hurting. Gets the kill. Won't know who killed the PZ, but it's like Sunday and Company took care of the Sherman. And both those PZs are still up. Shermans are looking a little outnumbered at the moment. Stay alive until his buddies can get back in the fight. He took one of the back though. He's not going to stick around very long with that. Down he goes. They should be able to get this cap off now. Gunfire going off. Taking rounds. Down goes the PZ out wide. Let's see, he was way back there. Back in the fight. It's the Toaster Bath. Picking up that kill. Sounds going over. It'll grab one. If that is from 101. Kilroy's and company's making a couple changes. Nice buddy. Easy, he's looking for that Sherman. They're trading. Who's gonna get it off first? Sherman wins that one. PZ goes down. That's Goose, Geese, and Wizard, who immediately start taking contact from Pierre. That recon was from 101, and it caught one tank. Like Wizard's gonna try and get reps off. Kilroy's sitting comfy in that hard cap. Taking up shop inside the cattle sheds, hoping to catch anyone else that wants to try and flank. Gilroy knows he's out there, he's just got to find him through the trees and hedgerows. Now there's two. One Sherman takes around from Gilroy. Can he get the second one off or find his buddy? Make them both hurt a little bit. He does. Both Shermans both have a round in. Gilroy just now has one round. Big Rick off the front. Bounces his second shot. Sherman's Rick off the PZ. 2v1 to try and clear up the hard cap. Couple wide moves being done by both 101 and JWT early. See who can really capitalize on it first. That is Toaster moved out of cattle sheds to make the big wide flank all the way to map edge. JWT recon plane going over should catch both Shermans on that H line. I'll know where they were. Off the trees doesn't connect. Strike coming. Is it going to connect? Got it where he was, not where he is. Kilroy's moved out. He's getting help from deep. Way back in the cemetery, got a PZ just sending rounds downrange. Batty and Toaster are doing a little two-step action, circling each other, trying to find a way to get one. Everyone knows they've got to come to him. Now they found each other. Just got him marked. He knows he's there. If he's dead in the water, goodbye, buddy. Yeah, Toaster says on to the next. This might be Senpai and company. Still in the old standoff out here. Let's see, can Toaster get the sneak on him? Right on him, he's gonna have to see him soon. One in him. Senpai goes down. One again catches Kilroy, and they all make it known that he's there. Kilroy does have a little bit of help behind him to the southeast. 3 rounds out. 1 Sherman goes down. Now Kilroy's getting double tapped again. He's got 3 surrounding him. Left edge, top, and right edge, all are Shermans surrounding Kilroy. Looks like the one up top is going to make a move on him. Hope he doesn't get caught by the PZ coming out of the cemetery now. Who's going to see who first? One in the engine, trying to get the spin off. He's not gonna make it though. Kilroy finally goes down. Now the PZ's got to shift his focus to the one he knows is there. But little does he know, he's got a second one trying to make a move behind him. Working the cap. Fourth 101 tank is making his way back in down Broadway. All are converging to get that cap off. Takes one from the north, he's got to back it up. And both of them miss. Sherman takes a round. They're trading on MSR now. It's a 1v1 and a 2v1. And it's about to be a pair of 2v1s in favor of the 101st. Just a bum rush. Sherman gets the first round off. PZ gives one back, but PZ's not going to get that second shot off. The aggression paid off. And the Sherman who bum rushed that PZ takes his wounds to the back to wrap up. One PZ is still sitting on MSR. They did catch him, just barely. Germans are trying to use that Belgian gate a little bit. Hopefully make it catch around instead of that front plate. One tank's getting ready to roll out. It's the 101st turn to lock it down and prevent JWT from recapping it. They've got a lot of games together. So it is one giant game of cat and mouse for all parties. And this guy, uh-oh. You can almost see him. Pick and pair Liebern and Arctic. Comes a second PZ into the mix out of the F line. With the Sherman getting a little wide to make sure that he does not get into point. Coming out of that E lane as well. They're just one tank away from being back up to full power. Somebody knows he's there. Still sitting on MSR. They just can't get the shots off. Wide. It's gonna be Kilroy. He's hoping to do a little bit of what 101 did to them. Start picking them off one by one. Everybody's gonna go party out to the west. Like Kilroy's got a shot off. Takes one as well. Trading back and forth. Who's gonna get the pin? Splashes on dirt. That one's not gonna do it. And you can see the Sherman running away to get some reps. But now the surprise is gone, and Kilroy's got nothing to show for it. One more in him and should take him out. Down he goes. Mad Ward doing what needs to be done. Immediately starts taking shots himself. E-strike's coming in. See what happens with it. He's moving. No joy. It's not gonna collect on that one. It's like a weasel. Gonna get some help behind him. Getting a shot lined up. He's marked. The Sherman misses a shot, hits the hedgerow, gives his position away. Comes up short on the second shot. Second Sherman's firing at him. They're trading rounds. Like a non-pin. That Sherman out deep can't quite make the round get through. But the PZ says, watch this. I can. Takes one to the turret. Forces the Sherman to back off. PZ now has to back off, taking a round of his own. Here comes the Sherman, hoping to get at least one. PZ goes down. They're trading. Second PZ goes down. One more to get, and they're gonna get him. Someone's having a little bit of fun with the coax. Well, they've got to be careful about capping St. Marie. They don't want to do that. They flex up, clean house, and then fall back to hold it down. Right at 40 minutes left, and it's been back and forth. JWT's taking their licks right now, but they were giving them early. Got one just holding down map edge. That's going to be Pick and Pair, Fleaburn, Fox. Saying, come through those fields again. We're ready. It's like Toaster's off flanking duty, and he's just going to be holding it down right in the point. Mad War currently holding that flank. After the early push, neither team has really gone outside that E line. They've kind of boxed themselves in, but JWT is going to have to get creative if they're going to get this point back. Just like that, getting way wide. Going in and out of the map. He is a PZ on a mission, but he's looking the wrong way. Promise you, buddy, there's nothing over there. He might become Mad War's problem. Elroy is the one back on the flank. He wants to try wider and hope for a better result than last time. I mean, he's going way up there. Recon plane going over. If it's for JWT, it's going to catch a couple. There's a second PZ coming out of that far spawn, also running map edge. Again, 101, pushing just a little too deep. They're going to have to back off to stay off St. Marie. Third PZ's coming up that F line. He's probably going to find somebody shortly. They found him. Gotta break away, but he might fall right into that other Sherman's arms. Sherman knows he's there. He's sticking his nose out just a little bit to try and catch him if he comes between that hedgerow and that old building. Found him, got 1 round in him. Second one did not miss. Down goes the PZ trying to come up the middle of the map. Sherman is now taking rounds from one of those flanking tanks deep. Has 2 in him. He's just spinning for dear life trying to stay alive. Dodges the 3rd shot. Hopefully gonna tuck away to get some reps off. Here comes Kilroy. Down that G line, nice and slow. Hoping to catch one. Weasel and crew say, fine, you don't want to come out. We'll just run away and find you somewhere else. See what Kilroy's up to back here. Moving slow. Very quickly could find himself the possibility to get 2. They're waiting for him and he takes one. Now Kilroy and his gunner are trying to find that tank that shot him. Not soon enough and not enough cover. Down he goes. Weasel back into the fight, but he did just get marked. Takes a round, immediately fires back, but it's not the same one. Saved by the bunker there, saved by a tree. Trades. Second Sherman misses again. Takes the first Sherman out, barely alive. He's gonna have to make some reps in a hurry if he wants to try and stay in this fight. The trees and bunkers are his best friend right now. Sherman thinks about pushing him. He's gonna do it. He knows he's hurting. But he still has to get that round off. Going broadside. Giving him the wrong end of that PZ4. And now it's a chase. Gets stuck. The depression, he doesn't have the shot because of the depression. He's got to keep chasing him. Gives him time to get freed off of that tree stump. But doesn't get away. Back at that EF line, coming out of the 7 line. Another PZ, hoping to do something different. We've got just under 30 minutes left in this one. And the Sherman that just killed that running PZ4 might find himself catching another one if he plays his cards right. First one into the Sherman, he's got to run. Saved by the hedgerow. Those things are bulletproof if you know where to hit them. Now the Sherman's going to go for the double rep. PZ says, I'll come and get you. Looks like the TC is taken to the gun. Gets one into the PZ. PZ ricks his shot. Giving him engine though, takes the second one. They're both hurting. Who's gonna get the shot off and make it connect? PZ had the advantage and still went down. Now they're back on the double rep. Not always fun playing anchor, but it's a need to win. And these two are doing it. Got two getting ready to come up that EF line again. One stops, might have a shot. Thought he did. Trying to figure out where he went. Gun's tracking him. Misses just a little bit late on that shot. Second shot hits the hedgerows. Sherman knows there's at least one tracking him. Can he take on two? He's gonna have help coming in from the north though. One PZ takes a round. He backs off, causing the second one to also back off. Sherman misses the second shot though. And here comes the second Sherman. He's turning the gun left, hoping to line one of them up. Ricks off that back one. Back one moves, says have my buddy instead, he's already hurting. Also takes a round. And that'll be a 2-for-1 special. I mean, Mad War coming into support and walks away with both of them. Comes a P-strike. Will it connect? No, just barely misses that Sherman coming down the road. So far tonight, the P-strikes have not been doing it. Still falling back from taking a little bit of damage from that second PZ. Gonna get off the front and make those reps and he'll be back in the fight. They've started to notice that they're coming up that EF line. So they've got one stage down there, hoping to shut down their lifeline. And going back to map edge, just holding it down on that 6-7 line. .101 wants to know what they're up to, so they send a recon plane down the HQs and catches everybody except for the one PZ running right on map edge, making his way into the C6 line. Bit of a lone wolf. He's taken some damage though. Nope, that is just bad dust trail. We've got one Sherman here, two flirting with the red line, and one holding it down in Pierre. It's like JWT is trying to rally some fuel, rally some armor, and get some tanks back into the field. His way up. Won't quite see those Shermans though. And movements of that one Sherman taking a road just to his north. But that hill's gonna come into play and hide the movements. JWT's recon looks like it's gonna come up dry. Two of them are moving back towards the HQ, might be running low on ammo. Leave the door open for this PZ to sneak on in there. one Sherman is definitely going all the way back to HQ. The other two are just rotating out. Back again, jumping out of the map to come back into it. To move a little further up the map and hopefully grab something. That one's gonna be Weasel. Now we do have the PZs making their way back towards St. Marie. They've got two more up. One crew still waiting. Like one's rolling into the cemetery. Sends one round out. Doesn't quite look like it connects. Oh, it did. His buddy comes into the show. Now the PZs are going to try and make a move. Comes 101st final P strike. On that tank in the cemetery. Does not get him. Don't know how he didn't get got. Mark must have been just off. But he's gonna send a round into him. Just missing, hitting the tower. Driver says we gotta move. Second crewman says, what about me? One pin into a Sherman. PZ's trying to stay alive. They get double tapped. One connects, one comes short, but PZ goes down all the same. The two Shermans towards the middle of the map are chasing Weasel out there again. coming into view, takes one. It's gonna hurt him, but he's not gonna stop. Somehow he's still alive. Hurting the Sherman, but the Sherman says not today. Can't come this far and walk away from it. The PZ trying to peek down MSR, not gonna catch anything because he was a little slow. Just missed that Sherman moving right to left. But he's about to have company at his 12. Both Shermans that were at Pierce Farm are now on either side of this PZ on MSR, just looking for a way to get him. They're both gonna miss as the PZ slowly crawls forward. Big Rick. But now they know he's there. One in him. Two Shermans converging onto him. Somehow staying alive, but his engine is out. And that'll be all she wrote. Sherman takes a round. Coming down MSR, he's gonna engage two at once. Hits tracks. The Sherman doesn't miss. And once again, a PZ finds his maker. Looks like Senpai and company are back to that far west flank. Hoping to do anything to open the door just a little bit. Recon plane's going over that should be JWTs, and it should catch quite a few. Recon has entered the field. Desperate or ballsy, we don't know. PZ's engaging tanks from Pierre while the Recon is trying to get in. Doesn't know he's got three much bigger tanks right off his nose. And another one not far off his side. But they found him, and he didn't last long. Sherman's swinging the gun around. PZ hears him. He's going to back it up and spin it around. Tracking. Who's going to get first shot off? PZ lands first. Sherman hits him but doesn't pin him hard enough to take him out. Sherman somehow goes down. And the PZ lives to fight for just a little bit longer. But he's got company. Sherman misses. PZ doesn't. He says, put me in a corner and I'll take you out. 2 come in and 2 don't leave. Now a third tank from Pierre is trying to find a way to hit him. Just barely shoots over him. Medshark back to keeping this tank alive after overcoming something that they shouldn't have walked out of. They know where he is, and they're both going to push off of the point at least a little bit to try and force him out. Hopefully get support from guys coming back out of spawn to finish him off. "101 smells blood in the water, and they are circling him like sharks. But so far he's managed to stay alive. Not quite fully repped, but he's gonna stick his nose out. First shot misses, second shot misses. The luck continues, but quickly runs out. Lets one Sherman know he was there, but his buddy finishes him off. And with 4 minutes left, you don't think there's much JWT can do to win this one at all. Once 101 retook the farm, they sank their claws in and did not let go. Now we've got one coming into St. Marie and one coming the DE line as those Shermans slowly but surely make their way back to Pierre's. As he makes his way out of St. Marie, we have one getting ready to cross into that blue-red line. And hopefully just salvage something for a combat score. Coming around the glider, the Sherman's gonna head south and the PZ's gonna keep going north. Hopefully the TC can turn his head and see him running away. Does not appear so, though. And another, it's coming out of the midpoint. For JWT, hoping to find a way to bust through this front door one last time. Takes 2 rounds. Staying alive. Not for long, as he's got more than one to deal with. PZ gets caught on that recon, and 2 of them, like clockwork, are gonna crash in and try and take him out. 1 round in from the deep Sherman. Close one's coming around. Says hello, good afternoon, and good night. "50 seconds left. They just want to get just deep enough to not cap that last point as the celebration gunshots start to come out. Coax and main guns alike. And with that, early on, without tallying it up, it looks like 101's going to get the win. However, both teams fought pretty hard, and I know they're both going to be laughing about it later. On behalf of Toaster Beth, hope you guys liked the match. Give them a follow, give them a sub. We'll see you on the next one.